12 minutes after 8 o'clock, and you know what? We've got something real interesting to talk about on the Good Morning Show, as we always do. At least I think we do. And we're going to be finding about the lock-in this Saturday. Good morning to Rhonda.
Good morning.
The Genealogical Society, of course, that's how we connect you with in our town of things that you do. And how long have you been associated?
I've been 7 years associated with the library.
Okay. And the Genealogical Library is inside the public library.
Right.
As of a few years.
Right. It's been almost 5 or 6 years now.
Okay. Yep, used to be downtown.
Downtown. We're now at 611 North Davis, where the main library is.
Okay, and everything is just right there, so handy to get to inside the room. Now, if you're a member of the Genealogical Society, you're welcome to this. If you're just a member of the public who wants to start a genealogical research project, anybody?
Just come in. Anybody is welcome.
Okay.
You don't have to be a member. You get a few more perks when you're a member, but we help anybody that wants to do genealogy. We have different forms and things that will help them learn how to start their research.
Okay.
We have tons of websites for them to look at. We have one of the largest collections of Hopkins County things. Mm-hmm. So if you're from here, we can help you find just about anything.
You can dig up your past.
That's right.
Get the skeletons out of the closet and get it all documented.
My cards always say, live life in the past lane.
I like that. Well, let's talk about two things. This Saturday's event, which is the lock-in, and you're not really locked in, and so
right.
she cleared that up for me. And also becoming a member of the society.
Well, to become a member of the society, it's $20 for a single or $25 for a family. We have quarterlies that go out every 3 months, so you get 4 of those a year. We have meetings. Right now we're doing virtual meetings, but we're going to be working on doing in-person again.
Good. And
doing virtual at the same time. It's kind of one of the things we're working with. We have a website that we stay real up to date with, and we have a members only section that we add a lot of things to, and to become a member you get a certain password to go on and look at these members only information.
What is that website?
We're constantly adding stuff on our website, and it's www.hcgstx.org.
HCGSTX.
Right.
Hopkins County Genealogical Society, Texas.
.org.
Okay, .org.
And then this Saturday, we're going to be opening. Normally right now we're still closed on Saturdays, but this Saturday we're going to open at 9 a.m. only this Saturday only. And then our lock-in will start at noon, and we don't lock you in. It's from noon till 8 p.m.
Okay.
Anyone is welcome to come. We ask for a $15 donation to be at the lock-in. We will have 10-cent copies all day long.
Okay.
Normally it's 25 cents for a copy, but for all day it'll be 10 cents. We're going to have a lot of volunteers there helping if you have questions or need help finding something. We will have door prizes, and then we'll have a light supper between 5 and 6. We have people volunteering, bringing things. And so we want everybody to come out and join us.
It really sounds just real pleasant. It's a diversion maybe from what you usually do in your life.
Right.
And maybe opening a door. People find genealogy so fascinating.
Yes, they do. We've had a few new people coming in, researching, and they're loving it. It's once you get started and you find out something, and you get hooked to find something else. So it is fun.
So the path kind of leads you along. Yes. There have been really some very exciting, interesting, informative books that have been written by local folks using the treasures that are inside our genealogical
Exactly.
library. Like
Exactly.
that 1918.
We did the 1914 Sulphur Springs. We've done
Was it called Surprising Town? What was the title
this
of it?
downtown, the downtown Sulphur Springs, and it was 1914,
Okay.
the era. And then we've got a 1985 book that Sydney Bryce did.
So that would
We've
be
got
a
several
reflection
books.
on that era in Sulphur Springs, the 1985 era, same as you were mentioning the 1914 era.
Right.
Maybe the businesses that were there, the people who had become residents here.
Yes, the business owners. It's just, the book is just full of pictures and people and stories. It's a book worth having if you're local. If you're from here, your grandparents.
Right.
It's a great gift idea.
It's called the Progressive City.
Progressive
the
City.
Progressive City, and we are, and we were.
Right. Our newest book that's on the shelf right now was done by Avery Smith, one of our members, and it was his biography, his story in Vietnam. And we have that book on the shelf for sale for $25.
Do you recall the title of that?
I went blank, but it's
Okay.
Tiger. I should have had that with me. I'm
Well,
so used to it. I
no,
read
it's
it
fine.
all the time.
Lots of research lots of knowledge and research he brought to the project, but yet he found more here.
Yes, I mean, this is his whole story and his time in Vietnam.
Okay. And the author again?
It's Avery Wayne Smith II. His family, he's a first family from here.
Okay.
They have like 9 first families. And he's one of the first families here.
So a first family of Hopkins County would be like a pioneer family?
Well, the pioneers were second families.
Oh, okay.
If the first families are the first ones that were here.
Okay. That is, in itself, very interesting.
Right.
And when I hear them say first family, I really didn't think it through to what that really meant to us locally.
The name of the book is Blind Tiger.
Blind.
I had
Oh,
to
thanks
stop
for
and
finding
think.
that. And there's so many books that have been written by local people
Right.
because of a love for where we come from.
Right. Yes, his book was his time in Vietnam. It says My Time in Vietnam.
Okay.
And we have those books for $25. It's, when you read the book, it's like you feel everything you're reading. You feel that scary moment, that excitement, that anticipation, the loneliness, the scary, it's just, you feel everything when you're reading that book. It's kind of one of those you just want to pick it up and read all the way through and don't put it down. But we're excited about it.
There's a project that you did that I know was very personally fulfilling, and it was final completion of it was not too long ago. It's about that man that died in a motorcycle accident in Hopkins County that wasn't from here.
Well, he wasn't on a motorcycle.
Okay.
He was in a car.
Okay.
He was hitchhiking and was picked up by a man when he was hitchhiking out of Dallas. His name was John Finney, and he was killed. They had a car wreck.
Okay.
Best we can figure is they fell asleep.
And he was unidentified.
He was unidentified. It happened in 1954, and he was unidentified all those years. And 10 years after after researching newspapers for 10 years backwards or forwards, we found out that his brother did report him missing, and they sent him here to Sulphur Springs to talk to the police department. The police sent him to the judge, and one of the judges showed him a picture. They had several people try to identify him and couldn't, at the funeral home. And they went ahead and buried him, at a pauper's grave out at the city cemetery. His brother identified him, but at the time he was young. He had several kids. They didn't know what to do about putting a headstone or anything like that. They just didn't think anybody would know. And so I was able to spend 2 years with people helping me. We researched, and we found out who he was. I found all of his family, and we reunited the family all together, and we had a celebration, had a military headstone brought in and placed on his grave, and we had a service. We called it a celebration. Mm-hmm. And his name is on the wall because he was a World War II vet. So he had been in Germany.
The final part of that took place not long ago?
It's been 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And I still have a few books. I wrote the book about it. There's lots of pictures, a biography on all the siblings. 2 of his siblings are still alive. In fact, his baby brother turned 78 today. It's his birthday.
Oh, my.
Clyde, happy birthday. But anyway, he and the baby sister are the 2 only living siblings.
What is the name of the book?
It's Known Only to God.
Okay, Known Only to God. And he was for so long.
Right, and that's what his little headstone said, was known only to God. And till we found out, and his name is John Everett Finney. And he's a World War II veteran.
When you're looking on our Veterans Memorial, one of the several walls there, maybe you will see that one of these days and you'll know who that is. Well, Rhonda, you took a very strong personal interest in that.
I did.
And made it really a mission of your own. Would you say that was time well spent?
Oh, very much.
Would you say to someone else who might come to our lock-in or start doing genealogical research that it might seem like a long-term project, but it's worth it?
Oh, yeah. You're going to hit hurdles, especially going through red tape with government stuff and, records being burned, courthouse records, being destroyed in some states and some cities. But you just have to keep going. You have to keep looking. There's just too many avenues to look down and to research. And then when you find that golden treasure, you're just excited, and in fact, we only knew what John Finney looked like through the picture they had of him in his coffin until after I finished the book. And it was published, and a niece found a picture of him in her mama's stuff and sent it to me. And she said, "You need to sit down. I got to tell you something. I'm sending you something." I just cried. I was so excited. So we put his picture in all the books.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful story.
But we hope everybody will come to the lock-in and let us help them get to that, get started. And or if you've already started and you need help, there'll be plenty of volunteers to help you.
And they're very good. They know where things are in the library. And
Yes.
if you're just kind of don't even know where to start, once you get there, you'll see there's lots and lots and lots of shelves and places where things are stored, but it's all categorized.
Yes.
That's the lovely thing about it. And there's so much work that has been done in the last few years to get it, I'd say, research ready.
Right. We've got it where we can tell you where everything is at now. So we're excited about it.
Maybe you want to know something more about your great-grandfather or great-grandmother or something like that. Maybe if they were half Indian or whatever, you think just by name you can start researching?
Just need to know their name.
Okay.
The more you can tell us, the more helpful it is. But if that's all you've got, or you think you know where they're from, that's a good place to start.
Now, we only have a minute or two left, but this Saturday morning from 9 to noon, anyone can come in and use the research library.
Right. All day. We'll be there from 9 till 8. but the lock-in actually starts at noon.
Okay.
So for the ones that want to stay for the lock-in,
They can just stay
they'll
on-
make their
on open.
donation and stay, and,
Okay.
and we'll have the lock-in from noon till 8.
Because, and this is a special Saturday, because normally you don't keep a Saturday hour right now. And what are the hours of the library?
Right now, they're 9:30 to 5 on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're closed Wednesday, and then we're closed on the weekends. And hopefully we'll start opening again on Saturday, but right now we're not.
Okay. And you are a member of an officer with the society?
I'm the first vice president
Okay.
of programs.
Okay. Thank you, Rhonda. And
Well,
you
thank
always
you for
bring,
having us.
you always bring interesting things to our show. And I think I want to come on Saturday.
I would love to have you.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of stuff.
And the historic homes here, and the businesses, and the family names.
We love it when people come in and they'll say, "Do you have a picture of this?" or "Can you help me find out this?" And we do, and then they're all excited. It's worth seeing those faces of excitement.
And everyone who works there is volunteer,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's rewarding.
Yes, very rewarding.
Thank you, Rhonda, and we
Well,
will see
thank
you
you.
at the Genealogical Society Library this Saturday.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for coming in.